Hello, everyone. How are you all doing? How is everyone doing? So, you guys, as usual, we're going to wait for 3 minutes for other people to join. Then, after that, I'm going to start. Let me carry one sec, you guys. Let me get my lights done. Let's find this way. Okay, I think it's fine this way. Hello, everyone. You guys, I'm excited for today's live. I'm really excited for today's live. Okay, let me ask. Let me start a poll. Are you excited for the... What question should I ask? Did you smash your goals today this week? Okay, I think that's what I'll ask. Did you smash your goals this week? Yes, I did so well. Then nope, nah, I'll try again next week. Staple. Yes, so you guys, as you're coming, if you can see the poll, just reply. Let me put my head down, it looks weird. If you can see the poll, reply. Let me know what the vibe of today's live is going to be like, and we'll take it from there. All right, so we have to wait for like 1 more minute for more people to join before I start with everything I'm going to be doing today. So you guys, as usual, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going through my goals for this week, what went well, what didn't go so well, what my execution score is. Then I'm also going to be planning for next week. So I'm going to be using my you guys, my table looks so good. My table looks so good today. Like, I'm so excited. I'm just touching everything on my table. That's what I was saying. So today we're going to be going through what went well this week, what didn't go so well, what my execution score is. As usual, execution score is the number of tactics that I completed divided by the overall number of tactics times 100 to get my execution score. And hi Ezra, and I should be looking at getting an execution score of between 85 to like 100%. Last week, when I calculated my execution score, you guys, I failed woefully. Well, not failed because I got about 50%, but 50% is not so good. I need to like aim for something higher than that. But yeah, let's see how this week is going to go. So yeah, I'm going to start now. Like I said already, the outline of today's live is going to be going over what went well, what didn't go so well, what my execution score is, and actually planning for the next week. And I like doing this every Saturday. That's my weekly accountability meeting. I like having it every Sunday or Saturday. Hi Pelumi. Oh, thank you for joining. Thank you. It's nice to see familiar faces. I like doing my hi Joy. Hi. I like doing my weekly accountability meetings on Saturdays because I feel like I personally like Sunday being the start of a new week, and I just prefer it that way. Saturday being the end of a week, Sunday being the beginning of a new week. So it just makes sense for me to do my weekly accountability meeting on Saturdays. As usual, you guys, as you know, we are doing this and we're following this process because of the book we read, which is the 12-week year. And if you guys follow through with my live session on goal settings and all of that, you guys will know that we're getting this process from the 12-week year book. The 12-week year book, just to give like a brief summary of the 12-week year, it's all about setting your goals in 12 weeks. So 12 weeks is a year, a week is a month is a week is a day. Basically, that's just it. So the whole point of using a 12-week year to set your goals is that it creates a sense of urgency. I've said this multiple times. If your goal is to, let's say, lose weight in 2025, because by January you might not lose weight, you might not do anything as regards that, because you feel that you still have to December to lose that weight, right? So that is how you keep on procrastinating until it is kind of like too late, or you get to a stage whereby you're like, do you know what, this year, no, my lights did not just go off. This always happens. What is wrong? Let me get the charger. You guys, one sec, come in. I honestly thought that this light was fully charged. Okay, this thing is actually taking the piss at this point. One sec, guys, I'm coming. Yes, it's charging. Yeah, like I was saying, hi. So like I was saying, the whole point of the 12-week year is that a lot of people, like, how do I explain it? I've lost my train of thought, but I think I was talking about the fact that with the 12-week year, it creates a sense of urgency. So what that means is that whatever it is you want to do, you are taking active steps to actually implement. You're taking active steps to actually implement those goals, and you're doing it with a sense of urgency, basically. But yeah, that's it. And I think with the 12-year book, I wrote down some things that I want to talk about to just reiterate the whole process of, the 12-week year, and the reason for doing the weekly accountability meeting, and why it is really important, writing your goals and all of that. So, like I was saying, with the 12-week year, people always say stuff like, when you're reading books, like maybe self-help books and all of that, people say things like, these books are saying things that we already know. But I always talk about it like, you already know these things, you know what you're supposed to do, but are you actually implementing them? If you're not implementing them, if you're not actually taking active steps to do what these books are saying, what's the point of reading it? What's the point of knowing if you're not going to do? So that's one thing this 12-week year talks about. You know it, but you also have to put in the work. If you don't put in the work, what is the whole point? So now with the 12-week year, there are different ways to actually plan your day. When you're planning your day, planning your week and all of that, there are different ways to do it. There are different time blocks. So the first one is called a strategic block. Now, strategic blocks are the time that you set out per week, per day, anyhow you want it, to do the things that are really, really important, and to do things that are going to move you closer to your goals. So for instance, let's say, for example, one of my goals is to write my theory test in the UK. One goal that is really important for me is to actually practice these questions that are most likely going to be asked during the theory test. So now with the strategic block, it is time for me. I'm going to put maybe practicing or maybe reading on theory tests as part of my strategic block. And during this period, I'm not supposed to have any distractions. I'm just supposed to focus solely on tasks that are really important. Another thing can be, another of my goal is to read at least one chapter of a book, of a self-help or a business book. So currently I'm reading a business book. I'll get into that and show you guys all that I'm reading. And that goal of mine is to read a business book, a chapter of a business book at least once a day. Now, I'm also, during my day, when I'm setting my day, when I'm writing like all the things I have to do in a day, part of my strategic block, I'm going to put reading a book, because during that period, I don't want anything to distract me. I don't want anybody to talk to me. I'm just solely focused on these things. Now, the next set of blogs that you can create for yourself are buffer blocks. Now with buffer blocks, hi, hello. Now with buffer blocks, these are like 30 minutes a day kind of things, and these are times that you're going to do times I'm going to do on unimportant things, like let's say replying emails, let's say you want to upload on social media, things like that. These are the times you're going to use to do all those things. Now the last, how am I? I'm fine, thank you for asking. I'm really well. How are you doing, and how was your day? Now the last set of blocked for time is breakouts blocks, and these breakout blocks are like free time. So you've done your strategy block, you've done your buffer blocks, you also need time to rest, you need time to be creative, you need time to enjoy yourself. If you're just working, you're going to get really burnt out easily and very fast. So the breakout block is also very important. So these are times where you do absolutely nothing that has to do with your goals, nothing that has to do with work, nothing. This is your time for you to rest. So it can be that one way you rest is by, let's say, watching movies, or let's say another way you rest is by, let's say, reading books, for instance, maybe non-fiction books, for instance, or maybe coloring or painting, whatever it is. That is what this breakout block is for. And it is also breakout block, and it is also very important that you have these sessions so that you can have a balance of everything. I always tell people I enjoy reading non-fiction books, so self-help books, productivity books, and all of that. But at the same time, I also enjoy reading fiction because I need a balance of both. At some point, I want to be improving my life, but at the same time, I just want to enjoy myself. Do you understand? So a balance of both is really, really important. You know, balance is key in this whole stuff. Now, the next thing I'm going to say is that you also need to be committed to what it is you say you're going to do. What do I mean by that? Personally, I have told myself that one of my goals this year is to be monetized on YouTube. And one way for me to get to that goal is for me to, one, record videos, two, think of video ideas that I feel that are going to give value to people, three, come live on YouTube every day, four, edit a lot of videos. Do you understand? So that is for me what I have said I'm going to do, and I'm doing all these things because of the goal I want, which is to get monetized on YouTube. If you noticed, I didn't say something like maybe get 1,000 subscribers, get 2,000 subscribers. And the reason why I did not say all these things is because I am solely focused on things I can actually control as opposed to things I can't control. I cannot control how many people subscribe to my channel. I cannot control how many people watch my videos. What I can control is coming live on YouTube every day. What I can control is actually recording videos. What I can control is editing videos that I have already recorded. Do you understand? So when you're setting your goals, it is very, very important that you set your goals towards what you can actually control as opposed to what you can't control. Funny enough, I think sometime last year, my goal was to get at least 1,500 subscribers before the end of 2024. And I did not get that 1,500 subscribers. But at the same time, I did not die. You guys, I'm here still doing what I love doing. Do you understand? So if I was more focused on how many videos I can put out, how many productive videos I can talk about, or how many productive videos I can shoot, I think I would have been more happy with whatever stuff my YouTube, or however my YouTube was at the end of the year. Do you understand? So someone is asking, how does monetization work? So there are two different categories for monetization. There's the first set. This is just like an off topic, by the way. The first set of monetization is getting 3,000 watch hours as well as 1,000 subscribers. Then the second one is 4,000 watch hours with the same I think above 1,000 subscribers. So literally that's just it. And you get monetized. You can see ads on your videos. I think currently I can see ads on some of my videos, but I'm not making money from those ads. I think it's just strictly YouTube making whatever money it is that I'm making. But yeah, back to what I was saying. And the whole reason why I brought this topic up with the whole YouTube and all that is because I'm trying to be committed to something, and I'm trying to keep my commitment and my promises to myself. Do you understand? There is no point starting something and saying you're going to do something if you're not committed to it. So with your goals, whatever it is you want to do for yourself, whatever it is that you've said you're going to do this year, you actually have to be committed. You have to make sure that you're putting in the work so that you're going to achieve what it is you see you're going to achieve. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is the whole plan for today. So now the first thing, I think, how can you remember how I did it last week? Whether I started with planning my week or doing my execution score first. I think I'll do my execution score first before I plan my week. But now, before I go into the whole planning and everything, if you're also doing this 12-week year and you want to achieve your goals, I'll just briefly talk about how you can set your goals and the process will follow in. And if you come here next week, maybe you can tag along and you continue with all of us. Now, when it comes to setting your goals, there are different ways to do it, but from this way, this is how I did what I did. The first thing was that I wrote what I want my 3-year vision or 5-year vision should like, what I want it to look like. Then after that, I wrote down what my 12-week goals are from my 3-year vision. Now, I have different goals in these categories and all of that. Now, from these goals, hi Chinaza, how are you doing? Thank you for joining. Thank you. Now, from these 12-week goals, the next thing I wrote was my different goals and the tactics I'm going to use to achieve them. So now let me give you guys an example of what I am saying. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Let me give you an example of what I'm saying. So some of my 12-week goals, I wrote improve my relationship with God. Now, after I wrote improve my relationship with God as my goal, I decided to write different tactics that I'm going to use to achieve that goal that I am talking about. So now, the first one I wrote was read my Bible. Second one I wrote was read a devotional and pray every day. So these are different things I'm going to do to improve my relationship with God. And that thing I wrote was praise and worship every day. Now, another of my goal that I wrote here was to lose 5 kg here. And the tactics that I'm going to use to actually achieve that, one, I wrote limit my calories to 1,500 calories every day, reduce my sugar intake, go for a walk every day, indoor cycle once a week, and go to the gym 5 times a week. So these are the different steps I'm going to use to achieve my goal. Now, another thing I also did was that this 5 kg, because when you think of 5 kg in your head, you're like, oh, it's too big, it's too big, it's too big. So for me, to make it easier for myself, and I think this is just the way my brain works, to make it easier for myself, what I did was that I decided to break that 5 kg into three different months. Then after breaking into 3 different months, the next thing I did was that for each month, whatever value I got, what can I use the calculator? Let me just use something. So I did 5 kg divided by 3, and I got 1.6 kg. Now the next thing I did was that I did 1.6. So I did 1.6 divided by 4 kg. Now that's 0.4. So what that means is that for every week, if I lose at least 0.4 kg in 3 months, it is sure as day that I'm going to lose my 5 kg. Now, when you're thinking of 0.4 kg in a week, now it sounds very, very achievable. Do you understand? It sounds very achievable and very easy to achieve, because now you're like 0.4. Oh, I can do that. If I just do what I'm supposed to do, I'll be able to do that. The chances that you're even going to lose more than that is even very high. But now with 0.4, it looks more realistic in your eyes, because now you've broken it down into smaller components to make it easier for yourself. That's one thing I'm going to say. Whatever goal you're setting, it can be very big, but the moment you break it down into tiny steps or tiny things that seem very achievable, that very big thing is not going to look as scary as it looks anymore. So that's one thing I really noticed. Now, with all these different goals that I've written and the tactics, I'm also writing down the deadline for all these things. I'll give you an example with the drive in the UK, for instance. My drive, like, I want to, at the end of maybe this year, I want to drive in the UK, but now I've broken it down to theory tests, then my practical test. Now, driving in the UK, my tactics are read for my theory test, and my deadline to read for this is every week. Do my theory test, and my deadline for this to do this is at the 12th week. Practice driving too. Do you understand? So these are different things I'm writing with different, different week, different deadlines, and all of that. Another goal I can give you that is going to show you the tactics that I'm talking about is when I said I was going to read at least one self-help book every month. Now, I wrote that the tactics I wrote here, there are two. The first one was decide on a book to read, and the tactic deadline for this was at the end of week 1. So last week, that last week was my deadline to choose a book that I was going to read and start reading it. Now, read one chapter every week. The deadline for this is every week, because every week I need to make sure that I have read at least, or rather read one chapter every day. So at the end of every week, I shall make sure that I have read every day. So do you understand? So now the next thing that I'm going to be talking about is the templates that I created, the Notion template I created for, what's the word for creating your goals, setting your goals, tracking your execution score, and all of that. I have a Notion template that I created. So with this Notion template, let me see if I can bring it up. No, this is not Notion. Where is Notion? Okay, this is it. So with this Notion template, it is called the 12-week year goals. There are two categories. The first one is the 12-week plan. So with the 12-week plan, what it shows is you writing your goals, your tactics, and the week that it is due. That's what the first page is all about. Then the second page is your weekly goal tracker. So for every week, you're writing down your goals, and with your goals, you're writing down the different tactics, and this is what we're going to use to score ourselves. So this brings me into scoring ourselves and getting our execution score for this week. If you guys remember last week, I got a very horrible score. It's not horrible per se, but it's like 50%, 50 over 100. Not bad, but I think I can do better. So yeah, let's do it. So first goal here that I have here is improve my relationship with God. And the first tactic was read my Bible each day. So I'm going to cross that off my list as something that was done. So yeah, that's one. The second one is praise and worship every day, which I did. So that's 2. Now, the next goal here that I have is lose my 5 kg at the end of 3 months. But yeah, with the first the first tactic being limit my sugar intake, which I did. I don't think I ate anything sugary this period. And one thing that I did to make sure that I was not going to eat anything sugary was I did not buy any sugary stuff. I mean, today, I went out today and I had milkshake and burger, but that is different because part of the oh, I forgot to even tell you guys about something. Before I even get my execution score, let me talk to you guys about one last thing. These are, when you're setting your goals, you're also supposed to include actions you're going to struggle with and what you can do to overcome these struggles. Some of the actions that I felt I was going to struggle with was coming live on YouTube. I see you guys, coming live on YouTube was not something that was easy for me. I said last year, I think last year, November or December, I said I was going to come live on YouTube in December. I was going to do it every day. December came like this. I was always scared. I was like, oh, I can't come live. Oh, I don't want to come live. I was really, really scared. But I think towards the end of December, I was like, do you know what? I might as well just jump in. Anything that wants to happen should happen. I don't even care. I'm going to do what I want to do. Do you understand? So I knew I was going to struggle with this thing, and it was very important for me to write it down because the moment I wrote it down, I realized like it was as if it became real that this was something I was actively afraid of, and I needed to find out a way that I was going to get over this fear. Do you understand? The second thing I knew that I was going to struggle with was reading my Bible every day. And that thing was reducing my sugar intake. And that one was going on a walk/run. Now that I have written these actions that I know I'm going to struggle with, another thing that was really important for me to write was how I am going to overcome these struggles, because it's a different thing for you to know that you're going to struggle with this thing, and it's a different thing for you to know how you're going to overcome these things. So I needed to figure out how I'm going to overcome it so that it will be easier for me. Like I said, when you're setting goals, it's very important that you set goals that are going to be easy for you to achieve. If you have something big, make it small so that it looks like you're going to conquer it. Do you understand? Now, with going live, what I did, And what I felt that was going to work for me was rescheduling some of my videos and telling my friends and family that I am going to come live. Whew, boy, oh boy, let me tell you guys, yeah, the first week that I set this stuff, yeah, and I told my sister that, oh, I'm going to be going live by so time. Let me tell you guys what she did. So on that day, yeah, what happened was that I was supposed to go live on YouTube by 8 o'clock. So I was like, okay, you see, I'm going live by 8 o'clock. I'm doing my skincare and I'm talking about my day. And this is, this is what I'm going to do. And that was it. By 8:05, I was not, your skin color is very big. Oh, thank you. By 8:05, yeah, I was not live. And this girl texted me, where are you? I thought you said you're coming live. We're waiting for you. And I was like, chill, I'm coming. I'm running late, but calm down, I'm coming. Now, if I wanted to back out of coming live because my sister was already hounding me, there was no way it was going to happen. Do you understand? So now I knew I was going to struggle with this. So telling somebody that, see, I'm coming live, hold me accountable, or when it's time, make sure that I come live and I don't give any excuse. And she was just the perfect person. Do you understand? So that was one thing I knew that I was going to do to make sure that I came live. And ever since I started this like 2 weeks ago, the more I do it, the easier it gets. I mean, there are some, don't get me wrong, yeah. There are some days that I honestly do not want to come live on YouTube. And that is not even, this is not even a joke. I honestly do not want to come on YouTube to do anything, to come live, to say anything. But I always think about it. What do I want to get out of it? Why is this important to me? I saw one I can't remember, it was like a text somewhere or something, like a quote. If it's important to you, you're going to do it, you're going to figure it out. So in my head, whenever I'm not thinking that, oh, Chidima, you're tired, give an excuse, no come, I start thinking, if this is important to me, I will do it. If this is important to me, I'll do it. If this is important to me, I'll do it. And that is why I just keep telling myself, if it's important to me, you do it. And, I just keep on showing up. Sometimes I come here, my mood is down, I'm not talking, I'm just doing my skincare. And I'm like, how was your day? Oh, my day was just good. I'm very tired. I'm just, giving very low vibes, low energy. But I'm still here. That is the point. Do you understand? I'm still here doing what I say I'm going to do, being consistent. And that's very important to me because I feel like the more I do it, the easier it gets for me. Do you get? So that was one thing that I said that I knew I was going to struggle with, but this is how I was going to combat it. The next one was reading my Bible. Again, this stemmed from the time I have to start my day and the time I have to also read my Bible. If I start my day 8:30, it means that I'm at my office 8:30. I can read my Bible before my first meeting. But if I decide to faff around, yeah, at 9 o'clock I'm there at my seat and my meeting should start, and after my meeting starts, I forget. Maybe I go and make dinner, breakfast, or I go and make coffee, come back, continue working. That's how I'm just going to forget. Excuse me, that's how I'm just going to forget about reading my Bible. So what I've told myself is that for me to read my Bible, I have to be at my desk max. Like the max time that I should be at my desk is 8:45. Don't get me wrong, this week it was very, some days were not 100%. Some days I got to my desk 9 o'clock. After my first meeting, I read my Bible. But I made sure that, I was going to read my Bible. Another thing that helps me, I don't know if this is going to help any other person, but another thing that helps me is writing down things I am going to do. It can be as mundane and as tiny as read my Bible or go to the gym. I will write those things down because for me, when I look at my things I'm supposed to do for the day and I'm taking them off, there's some sense of accomplishment. There's a sense of completion that I've done this thing and I said I was going to do this and I did it, and that's how I feel. Do you understand? So if you're the type of person that you need to even write these things down to remember, please write it down. It will help. Do you understand? Anything that's going to help you with what you're doing, just follow through. Now, another thing that I said that I was going to do when it comes to reducing my sugar intake was that I know that I have a sweet tooth, yeah. And instead of me doing, oh, I will do no sugar January, because I tried it, no sugar November, NSN. My friend Pelumi, she will remember. I tried NSN. NSN for me was no sugar November. And by the 10th day, it was as if I was running crazy. It was as if I was running crazy. Like, I wanted sugar so bad. I was like, oh God, I need cookies. I need muffins. I need cake. I was just restless because I needed all these things. And one thing now that I've told myself is that I'm not going to restrict myself. I'm going to reduce my sugar intake. But the way I'm going to combat actually being restless for sugar because or maybe processed food and all of that, cake, cookies, all of that, because I'm not taking it in a long time, is choosing specific days that I'm going to have these snacks. And for me, that was today. Do you understand? That's why I had the milkshake slash burger. Because again, the reason why I'm saying this was because now that I am scoring myself for week 2, and part of the thing is that limit my sugar intake. In my head, I'm thinking, did I limit my sugar intake? Did I not limit my sugar intake? What am I supposed to do with this? What am I not supposed to do with it? Then I remember that instead of really canceling it out, I said that I was going to choose a specific day that I was going to have all these things. And for me, today was that day. So yeah, that's it. Now, another thing that I knew that I was going to struggle with was going on a walk. And the reason why I was going to struggle with this was because in the morning, I go to the gym. But at the same time, I want to also go on a walk for at least 1 hour every day. Now, if I choose that I'm going to go on a walk by 5 p.m., in my head, work is over. I'm tired. I don't want to do this anymore. Especially if my partner is not following me. In my head, I'm already thinking I'm tired. I don't want to go anywhere. I just want to have dinner, stay indoors, eat, drink, sleep, read, or whatever. Do you understand? So in my head, I already did like, okay, do you know what? To make this easier for myself, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to go on a walk in the middle of the day. If I go on a walk in the middle of the day, it's done. There's no reason for me to say I'm tired because I've already done it. So that was one thing I was like, okay, rather than wait in the evening until after work and I'm tired and give an excuse, I'll just do it in the middle of the day. Do you understand? So yeah, that was one thing that I would rather, these are some of the things that I knew I was going to struggle with. I wrote them down. And now the moment I wrote it down, I started looking for different ways to actually help myself so I don't struggle with these things anymore. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. So if you're writing down your goals for the day, if you're also if you're also planning your week, or following this 12-week year and all of that, make sure that you write the actions that you think you're going to struggle with, as well as what you can do to overcome these struggles. They're very important. I promise you guys, the moment you write it down, it's like this stuff has no power over you again. Like, you are fully aware, like it's in flesh and blood, you're seeing it. Do you understand? But yeah, let's go over to our execution score. Now, the next one I have here is, like I said, limit my sugar intake. I think I would say that I passed that goal because today was the only day that I had something that had like really high sugar content. And also, it's also in line with the stuff I wrote that I'm going to be having specific days for snacks and all of that. So yeah, I'm going to score that as a check mark that I did it. So the next one is take 1,500 calories every day. I honestly do not think I got this one because there were some days that I ate this week till I could not move anymore. So this it's not a pass mark for me. It's not a pass mark for me. So I'm not going to score this one like I actually committed to this and completed this. So yeah, that's different. Go on a walk every day. Yes, I did. Indoor cycle once a week. Yes, I did. Go to the gym 5 times a week. No, I did not. To be fair, you guys, there was a reason, and this is not even to make an excuse. Yeah, there was a reason why I did not go to the gym 5 times this week. I went 4 times. I wanted to do 5 times, to be honest. I wanted to do 5 times, but something happened. I went on Monday. I went on Tuesday. On Wednesday, what happened? Oh, on Wednesday, yeah. So I might actually pass this, but you guys should be the judge, yeah. On Wednesday, I had an appointment that I could not miss. And with that appointment, I could not drink water or anything. So it meant that if I go to the gym, I'll not be able to drink water, even though I'm sweating, I'm tired, I'm thirsty. So I was like, there's no way I'm going to the gym. And that's just why I didn't go to the gym. So, okay, let's move Wednesday aside. Thursday, I went to the gym. That's 3 now. Friday, I was supposed to go to the gym in the morning. I woke up. No, actually, no. I slept in the night on Thursday night. We're supposed to wake up by 5:30, 4:35-ish to start getting ready for the gym. And you guys, I woke up by 7:30. And when I woke up by 7:30, I looked at my wristwatch. I was like, what is the time? And my husband was like, it's 7:30. I was like, we didn't go to the gym. And he was like, yeah, he's tired. And I slept back. And you guys, I woke up by 8:45. And that was how I did not go to the gym in the morning. But there's a but, yeah. I went to gym in the evening. So that made it 4 times this week out of 5. Saturdays for us are like, because we're not always around. So Saturdays like out of it. So we always prioritize going to the gym Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, then rest Saturday and Sunday. So now, do I count going to the gym 5 times a week as a pass? Since Wednesday, I could not go because I could not truly go because of what I had to do. Now, this is why I'm conflicted. I don't know if, but I'll leave it. I'll leave it aside. I'll leave it aside. The next one I have here is get monetized on YouTube. And for this, the only tactic here is go live on YouTube every day. So this is a pass mark. This is... The next goal here I have is read for my theory test 5 times a week. You guys, I would say I read for my theory test this week, but would I say I read 5 times a week? No. I'll say at most I did 4 times. So to be honest, there's no reason and there's no excuse for me not to have done this 5 times a week. I think if I do it today, it will make it 5 times, but I have not been able to read today. So am I going to read today? I honestly do not know. That's just the truth. I honestly do not know if I'm going to still read this today, because when I'm done with this live, you guys, I'm going to go and rest, or maybe read my book. But I don't know. I have to be honest with myself. That's the truth. I have to be honest with myself, because the whole point of this is when I'm doing my execution score, I should have completed every... The idea is that when you're doing your execution score, you should have actually completed everything that you're supposed to do for the week, and you're starting a new week as per you're planning a new week. So I'll just leave this as not completed, because by this time of the day, I should not be thinking of completing a task when I should have already done it. So that's not done. And the last thing I wanted to do, or rather last thing in my goal, is saving more. So one tactic here is to not buy unnecessary things. Yeah, if I look through my Amazon carts this week, I did not buy any unnecessary things. So that's a good thing. So yeah, we made it. You guys, last week I did not pass this at all. When it comes to saving, I was like, no. I was doing no save January. See, you guys, I'm always doing one challenge or the other to try and, push myself to doing one thing or the other. Okay, yes, today I'm doing no sugar November. Next month I'm doing no save November. All those things. And my no save... Oh, my eye is twitching. I think I'm tired. My eye is twitching. And my no save for last week it didn't work out. So you guys, it didn't work out. To be fair, yeah, I bought some things off Amazon, but I did not use my money to buy them. I had some money in my Amazon cart, and that was the money I used to buy. But I still admit that I went out to buy stuff, so I did not pass that. But this week, we did not spend any money apart from the money we spent today on something that I wrote down that we're supposed to do. So I don't think that is part of it. It's not counted. It's not counted. Anything you want to say, that's your business. But to me, it's not counted. So yeah, we're doing well. But now that I am done with my calculation and tactics, scoring myself, the next thing I have to do is get my score. And if you remember, I said that to get your execution score is the number of completed tactics divided by the total number of tactics times 100. So let's do it now. How many do I have? These 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I have 14. That's the total number. Then the number of completed is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not bad. So I have 10. So that's 10. You guys, I can't get anything less than 60. 10 divided by 14 times 100. You guys, your dog got 71%. That is a huge bump from the 50% that I got last week. So I'm not actually mad about this. To be honest, I'm actually very happy. I was really, see, you guys, I was this scared that I was going to get like 60, but 71 is not bad. To be honest, the book also says that if you're getting between I think it says 80 to 85% of your goals, the chances that you're going to complete your goals and achieve your goals are really high. So what this means is that 70%, 71% is a good bump from the 50% where I was coming from for last week. But at the same time, it's still not as good as I have to, or rather, it is still not as good as I want it to be. Do you guys understand? So now that I have gotten this execution score, it's time to look at my score, think of what worked, what didn't work, what I could have done better, and use that to make sure that my next week, when I'm planning, or rather now that I'm planning, to make sure that when I'm executing next week, it is better. If you guys understand what I'm saying. So yeah, we're moving over to week number 3. I was telling suppose I think I was saying it last week. Was it last week? I was saying it that this January is very fast, you guys. I remember growing up, yeah, when it is January period like this, see, the way January is always very, very slow. We're all like wondering, why is January slow? Yes, having an accountability partner is key. Oh yes, it is really key. It is really, really key. Like you guys, it is really important. Joy, you're very right. Having an accountability partner is really important, especially with this stuff. Most times, the book also says that with this accountability, weekly accountability meeting, you should be having this meeting with like maybe a group of 3 or 4 people. But the reason why I have decided that I want to do my own live on YouTube is because when I was setting these goals, I did it live. Another thing is that if I decided to have done my weekly accountability meeting with my friends, I was not sure if they were going to be comfortable with me, because I would most likely want to record it, especially my parts and and the conversation we were having. But I was not 100% sure if they were going to be comfortable with me putting their business out there and all that. So I just decided that it's best for me to do it live, and at least my own accountability partner is people that are watching. That's one. And most likely my family and friends that are listening. That's two. And the fact that there's evidence of me saying I'm going to do this. So the, everyone here is just, you guys are just my accountability partner. So if you can have an accountability partner, maybe be your friends, your partner, it's very important because you guys will be able to help yourselves and bounce off ideas off each other. So when someone is, let's say, failing at something, the person cannot maybe achieve this goal, you might have a better idea and a better way to help them actually achieve that. So you're very right. Now we're going over to planning for week 3, and we're going to be planning together. I'm going to be writing all the different goals that I said I was going to do. So again, I'm also using my Notion templates to do this. So I'm just copying and pasting from week 2. And that is literally all I'm doing. So if you have the Notion templates, just makes everything easier. I'm also going to be linking the Notion template to the description of this video so that if you want that, you can get it. Also, I'm going to be planning my week 3 with my 12-week goals as usual. That's what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to be looking through my 12-week goals and making sure that all the things I've written down, all the goals I've written down, they are part of the tactics, or rather the part of the goals that I'm going to be achieving this week. Now, the only thing I'm going to be maybe modifying is the tactics. And take note, the reason why I'm doing this is because all the different goals you have there and the different tactics, they have different deadline for all of them. So like I think I gave the example about when reading a self-help book. For week 1, I had 2 tactics: look for a book and read 1 chapter a day. Week 1 was my deadline, so I had 2 tactics for that particular goal. But now with this week, I'm no longer looking for a book, so I'm only going to have 1 tactic for that particular goal. So I'm going to be looking through my goals, looking at the different tactics and making sure that, if the deadline of this has passed, there's no need for me to put it anymore in the list. So yeah, let me do that. If you guys are also going through this and you're planning your week, this is a very good time to also do that. So use your goals to plan your week. After we're done planning our week, I'll talk about using this weekly plan to plan your day. Then we'll just, have general chit chat. I'll talk to you guys about some things that are on my mind. You guys, we'll talk. But yeah, let's be done with this serious part of this live session. So I'm going to be planning my week now. So for goal 1, improve my relationship with God, I still have my, what is it? I still have my read my Bible or my devotional. Well, right now I do not have any devotional I'm reading, so it's just mostly my Bible. Then praise and worship, that is still staying the way it's saying. Then for goal 2, read a self-help book, that is still staying the way it is staying. Just read 1 chapter a day. I think it should be more of read at least, not read 1 chapter, read at least 1 chapter a day. Because again, the reason why I was saying this at least was because I think I was talking to my sister some days ago, and when I told her about this read 1 chapter a day, she was like, oh, she does not really like the read 1 chapter a day. Then I tried to explain it to her that, oh, what I meant was that the least you should do in a day is read 1 chapter. Not that when you read 1 chapter, you're done for the day, you close the book. Do you understand? So I think a better wording for that would be read at least 1 chapter a day, so that you're not, cornered into reading only 1 chapter and saying, yeah, you're done. If you have the urge to read more than 1 chapter, very good. But the minimum you should be reading a day is 1 chapter. Now, the next is lose 10 kg, limit my sugar intake. This I should be able to do. Take 1,500 calories a day. I'm thinking of all the things I'm going to eat this week. And, well, to be fair, I'm not meal prepping tomorrow. I have a lot of food in the fridge, but I think I should be able to do it because I already bought a lot of fruits for juicing. I already bought a lot of salad that I'm going to eat this week. So, yeah. Fingers crossed, you guys. I should be able to achieve this. Go on a walk every day. That should be able to be done. Indoor cycle once a week. That should be able to be done. Go to the gym 5 times a week. I don't see anything stopping me from going to the gym this week 5 times. So, yeah, by the special grace of God, that is going to be done. That's going to be completed. I will achieve that, because if I do it, I'm going to be like the happiest person. Oh, I can already see something that might stop me from... God. I'm already seeing something. I'm already thinking of something that might stop me from going to the gym 5 times a week. But I'll try my best to figure out how I can put the gym into this plan so that it works. But yeah, I'll still leave that. Then the next one I have here is getting monetized on YouTube. So this has go live on YouTube every day. That is done. This also will have, this week I'll be adding upload. God, I have to think about this, because next week I have, tomorrow is 12th of January. I have a video, like, God, do you guys know that I've actually faffed around? So this, I've been taking a break from uploading on YouTube for about 3 weeks. I've already been doing live. So that was also my strategy. I didn't want a situation whereby I was going to be uploading videos and all of that. So I wanted to take like a back rest and just do live sessions. That was something I was doing on purpose. But what I was also doing was that by this week, that's this coming week, I will have videos that will be uploaded. So the first video for the year is meant to come out tomorrow. And the second video of the year is meant to come out on Thursday. But if you guys remember, I think 2 days ago, I was talking about the fact that I was supposed to shoot a video with a friend of mine, but the what's the word? The platform we're supposed to use to record and do all these things, it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. So I actually missed it. Like, I didn't really think about the whole process. And by the time we were supposed to shoot the video and the thing did not work out, I just gave up completely. But in my head, I already thought that, you know what, since this video idea did not work out, I'm going to put out another video. But now I'm just realizing that the second video that I said I was going to put out, I have not recorded it, and it's meant to come out on Thursday. So there are 2 things I can do. I can either upload 1 video this week, or upload 2 videos this week. I think what I'll do is that I'll push myself to upload 2 videos this week, because I think it is possible. all I just need to do is plan and figure out how I'm going to do it. I mean, I have from now to Thursday. Well, technically, I have from now to Wednesday because I have to think of the video, think of shooting the video, editing the video, then uploading it. So I'm going to try my best possible to upload this video before Thursday, but fingers crossed. What I'm going to do right now with my goal for getting monetized on YouTube is I'm going to upload 2 videos on YouTube. Hopefully I can pass this goal. Now the next one is drive in the UK, and for this it is read for my theory test 5 times a week. Fingers crossed. Hopefully I can do this and I will not mess up myself. Now goal 7, which is my final goal, is saving more. Do not buy unnecessary things. I think this is going to be quite easy this week. I don't think I have anything in mind to buy on Amazon. I don't think I have any. I mean, I have some things I want to buy, but they're not necessary. So it's not as if, no, I'm just going out of my way to buy it. So let's see how it goes. But yeah, basically, save my money, do not spend my money. Do you understand? That's the whole point. Then now that I am done with this, I think I was going to talk to you guys about yes, I was going to talk to you guys about using your weekly plan to do your day plan. Then after that, I was going to talk to you guys about the business book I'm reading. Now that I am done with my weekly plan, because currently we're on week 3, this January is very fast. I am still going to say it again. Next week will be week 4, and the January will be over. We'll get salary, and we'll start February. I'm not going to talk too much about that, but yeah. Now that I'm done with my weekly plan, the next thing I'm going to do is talk about my daily plan. So, one thing that I would advise is that you use your weekly plan to plan your day. Now, how are you going to do this? The first thing is you're going to go through your weekly plan. So literally everything you've written down, you're going to go through your weekly goals, rather everything you've written down, the different taxes you've written down, then use that to plan your day. Now for me, the first thing I have here is improve my relationship with God, read my Bible each day, praise and worship. I am adding, best believe I'm adding these things to my to-do list every day. Read my Bible. Because the way I work is I write all the things I have to do down so that I don't forget. Because if I say, oh, I'll leave in my head, I'll not forget, I am going to forget. So I always write everything down. So you write it down so that you are looking at it as this is something you have to do. Do you understand? Also, one thing I started doing recently is putting time stamps to things I have to do. So if you guys remember last week, I'm supposed to say something before I go too far. I wrote go live on YouTube every day, but now I have to change this to go live on YouTube twice every day. So it's very important to write twice every day. And now I'll tell you guys the reason why I'm writing twice every day. I started, last week I was talking about the fact that I wanted to start reading online. And what I do is that I just put my chair towards my library. Then I get cozy, put on my camera, then I start reading. I tried it. I think I said it last week when I said I was going to try doing it, but I was scared. I don't know if anybody was going to join. I don't know what it was going to be like, what the vibe was going to be like, and if anybody was going to find it interesting. You guys believe that the first time I did it, I was really scared, but I was like, no, I'm not going to look at the camera. I'm not going to look at the camera. I'm going to look at the comments. I'm not going to look at anything. I am just going to strictly do everything I have to do. And I had my timer on. Once my one eye is up, I will just say, thank you all for joining me. Bye. I'll see you all in the evening and goodbye. And you guys, I did it the first time. And I did not die. When I did not die, I was like, really? So why have you been scared? Why are you scared? Nobody's going to beat you. Worst case, somebody is just going to drop a nasty comment, and that's where it ends on the internet. It's going to end right there, and that is where it's going to end. It's not going to affect me. I'm going to move on. In fact, while I'm reading, I'm not even going to see the nasty comments. All I'll just come back to my camera and say, thank you all, bye, and that's it. Do you understand? So I was like, I might as well just do it. And I did it the first day. In the evening, I came out to say, you guys, I went live on YouTube reading. It was so good. I did not believe that I was going to enjoy it so much. I promise you guys. Reading live is one of the funniest shit ever. It is so funny. Like, I and my partner, we laugh about it, but it is really, really interesting because, one, I think that to some extent I'm kind of motivating somebody to read, because there was a comment I got. I saw somebody wrote a comment on one of my reading live about that. Now this is motivating me to read, and I was like, who would have thought that you seeing somebody read is going to motivate you to read? Then I decided to do something. Yeah, I went on YouTube. You guys just try it. Go on YouTube, search for Read With Me, and just maybe filter it to videos. That's the first thing you should do. Then the next thing, search for Read With Me, yeah, and filter it to live. And you will see, when I even went as far as going on TikTok, because before doing this thing, to be honest, if I tell you guys that I wasn't scared, I'm lying. That's why today, yeah, I am going to 100% stand on the fact that if there's anything you want to do and you are scared, that is the indication that you must actually do it, because there's a reason why you're scared. There's a reason why you're scared. That's the indication that will say you must do it. If you're scared, do it scared. Nothing's going to happen. I went on TikTok and I searched for Read With Me, and you should see what is happening on. Oh my goodness, you should actually see what's happening on TikTok with Read With Me. YouTube one was even very funny because there was one particular lady here. I saw her Read With Me. To be fair, she had a lot of subscribers, but this particular Read With Me was 1 hour 30 minutes. 54,000 people watched. She had 54,000 views on Read With Me, and literally all she did was set up her reading nook, yeah, sat down, yeah, carried her book, yeah, and she started reading. And I said, in my head, I said, if she can do it, why can't I do it? Wait. If she can do it, why can't I do it? Why can't I do it? I said, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Nothing can happen. I said, you know, nothing can actually happen. I said, I'm going to do it. And that was it. I did it. The second day again, I think the ginger from the first day, and when I came live in the evening, I told everyone, because I said it the day before. I think on Tuesday, I said it on Tuesday evening that I was going to do it. Somebody actually gave a suggestion that, yeah, you should actually do it. What you should do is just set your camera, put it down there, read in silence. People that want to join you will join you. And I was like, how is it that this is an idea I had, though I could not like say it out. I could not put it into practice what I was trying to say. This lady just wrote about it, that this is what you actually do. And I was like, what you're actually writing is what I'm thinking, but I could not say it out. Like, I didn't know how to put the words together. And she just laid it perfectly for me, how I should do it. And I was like, God will be. See, in that live session, I kept on saying, God will bless you. Thank you. God will bless you. Because she just made everything easy for me. And if I had not talked about it, if I've not said that this is something I'm scared of, I wouldn't have gotten that comment that actually stamped the whole idea in my head and made me do it. Now, the next day, I did it again. Easy. You guys, it was easy. It was easy. The third day I did it, I said yes. What's stopping me from going live twice in a week, in a day? In the afternoon, when I'm supposed to actually read, I pick up my book, put my camera, and read. In the evening, when I'm supposed to do my nighttime routine and talk to you guys about my day and let you guys know if I faffed around and failed, or if I actually made progress in my life, I'm going to go live twice. There's no point. So this week, I've told myself that I'm going to go live twice a week. So yeah, that's it. I love your hair. Oh, thank you very much. Joy, you're laughing. It's funny, but trust me, when I found out all these things, I was not gonna laugh. I was like, so this is possible. Actually, man, they can't beat you. You see, it's on YouTube live is going to end, and that's where it's going to end. Nothing can happen. What country are you from? I'm from Nigeria. But yeah, so I have changed my goal from go live on YouTube to go live twice every day. So hopefully I can actually achieve that, because I'm not going to lie to you, it's a lot, but I think that I am capable of doing it, and I'll make sure that I prioritize going live on YouTube twice so that I can, actually do it. So I think before I got into this session, or rather, you love my determination. Thank you. I think before I even continue this, the reason why I even started this conversation was that I was talking about planning my day and what I do and what I did this week that actually made a huge difference was that I kept timestamps to things I wanted to do. So when it's time for me to work, I put the time I'm going to work, from 9 to 3. Now, during 9 to 3, strictly work. Then from 3 to 4, I take my lunch break. So instead of taking my lunch break between 1 and 2, in my head, I'm like, it's too early for me to start reading. And most likely, I'm still in between work and I'm really thinking about work and all of that. So I will work from 9 to 3, so 6 hours. Then I'll take my break from 3 to 4. So just that short break, 3 to 4. And after 4, work again till 6. And that's it. Do you understand? So 3 to 4 p.m. every day this week, I'm going to actually schedule it so that there's no reason. So I'm also going to mean I'm supposed to go live. I will get a notification that, LifeWithScenti, you're supposed to go live. Turn on your camera and I'm going to start reading. Do you understand? So that has also helped me, like putting specific times to do what I want to do. If you guys also remember, I talked about strategic block, buffer block, and breakout block. So for my strategic block now, things that I need to do. Love from India. Oh, hello from Seba. Hey, hi, hello everyone. Hi, are you from LA? No, I'm not. So yeah, like I was saying, I talked about 3 different time blocks. The first one is strategic block. Second is buffer block, and third is breakout block. So strategic block, times that you're going to do very important things that you do not need any distractions. At least it should be like, let's say 3 hours in a week. Do you understand? But now I'm going to be talking about buffer blocks. Yeah, that's times that you're doing unimportant things. So now after my 3 to 4 reading, I have all these tiny things that I put in my to-do list, like let's say book my nail appointment. It's weird, you guys. It is actually weird, but it is really important that I write all these things down. So I have things like maybe book my nail appointments, update my time tree with my, like, because I have this app that I use for scheduling different things like my life. Like, so I have this app that I use. Hi, hello. So I have things like update my time tree with my schedule, maybe look for dinner dress, all these tiny things that are not important. So during my buffer blocks, that's the time I'm going to be using to do all these unimportant things. So I also have specific time for buffer blocks. Do you understand? So I have time for strategic block, have time for breakout blocks, and I also have time for buffer blocks. So I put specific timeline to all these things because one thing I really want is a situation, or one thing I don't want is a situation whereby one task that I'm doing eats into another time, and thereby the thing just keeps on rolling and I don't have time to do other things that I really want to do that are important to me. Do you understand? So one thing I would say is, if you want to try and maybe try this method of putting timestamp to your task that you're going to do, at first you might not find it very easy, it might be very difficult, but the more you go, the better and the easier it gets, to be honest. So maybe you try this week, or maybe you try it today, you see that the time you kept for maybe work, for instance, 9 to 4 is too short, it does not work. Maybe the next day you say maybe 9 to 5, oh, it works better. You'll be able to put, okay, that means from 5 o'clock to like maybe 5:30, I have time for this. And that's how you just keep on doing it, and everything will just, go on well for you. Now, I think that is literally the end of today's session in terms of our execution score and planning our week. So don't forget, you guys, use your weekly plan or your weekly goals to plan your day. Use your weekly goals to plan your day. It makes everything easier. It makes sure that you're also very focused on things you're supposed to achieve, and you're not just, faffing around. Do you get it? Make sure you're not faffing around. But yeah, that literally brings us to the end. I'm really happy that I was able to do this. I wanted to do it earlier, but you guys, I was so tired. But I said I was not going to give an excuse. No. The excuse of saying, oh, I don't come live, I'm tired. I said I was not going to give that excuse. Like, if I don't do this, I'm not going to be happy with myself. So I was like, yeah, I must do it today. But yeah, that brings me to the end of today's weekly accountability meeting. And thank you all so much for being my accountability partners. You guys are the best. So now that we're done with our serious part of this live, let's move over to like some light, funny, you guys, are you guys watching any series, any movies, anything? You guys hit me up. Oh no, before we go, I forgot. I'm sorry. This is what happens when I don't write down things that I say I'm going to say here. I actually forget. I think the next time I'm doing an accountability meeting, I'm going to write the plan of all the things I want to say, because I just used to forget things easily. I wanted to show you guys the book that I was reading, or rather the book that I am reading. This is the first book of the year for me. My first, it's not productivity, it's business book. My first business book of the year. How do I feel about this book? Well, this book has a lot of thinking to it. You have to actually apply your own head. And to be honest, yeah, it's quite, I don't want to say it's annoying, but at the same time, I kind of get it, because imagine if this person is giving you a blueprint that do this. Literally, I can't imagine how many millions, or how many people bought this book. Do you understand? Imagine everybody's getting, if you do this, you get this. But this book is like, oh, this is what I know. This is how it works. This is what you need to do. Or this is how the world works. Now, when you're creating your business, think of how the world works and do something that makes sense. Do you understand? So at the end of the day, you're still applying your brain. I don't know why I thought that this book was just going to be, I don't know. I wanted it easy, to be honest. I'm going to stay here and just be honest with you guys. I wanted this thing easy. I wanted a book whereby I read it and I'm like, yes, I know the business I'm going to start. The business I'm going to start, this is how I'm going to do it, because this book says I should do it this way and it works. But that is not what I'm getting. But I've not given up on the book. To be honest, the book is really good. I like the fact that I have to think a lot. I also like the fact that I have to be smart with my thinking and the business that I want to start and the process I want to follow with my business and the way I want to scale my business. So, it is helping me in all the right places and the way I have to think so that I can be a multi-million business. Do you understand? But yeah, I just wanted it easy. That's what I'm going to say. I just wanted it easy, but I'm not going to get it easy. I have to do the work. Do you understand? I have to do the work. There's no good thing that happens in this life that you don't have to put in the work. You have to sacrifice either your time or your money, but a sacrifice has to be made. Do you understand? So, yeah, I will continue reading this book. And I think one thing I'm also going to do is, while I'm reading, I'm also going to be writing my review by the side, because I'm this type of person that when I want to buy a book, I go on maybe Goodreads or Fable. Is it Fable? I think it's Fable. Let me check. Is it Fable? Oh yeah, it's Fable, yeah. When I want to read a book, I go on Goodreads, I go on Fable, and I look at the reviews. And I love people that give reviews. Like, they are the best things to happen to this world. They are the best things to happen to this world. When somebody calms down, yeah, and write like 4 paragraphs of a book review, like they give you detailed description of maybe why the book is bad or why the book is good. I mean, I know that reviews are personal and you might not really, agree with it, or somebody else might not, because someone else might give this book 1 star, another person will give it 4 stars. I'll look at the 2 reviews and understand why you've given it the different stars you give it, but it helps me to understand what I'm getting from the book. And like I said, now somebody else that reads this book might be expecting to get, oh, do this, and you're going to get it. Do you understand? And maybe that's why they bought the book. Then they read the book and the book is telling you, oh, you have to think, you have to do this one. They almost like you go there and give it 1 star and be like, do you know what? This book is just telling me to do a lot of work, and what is there? I knew I was going to do all these things in the first place, but I thought I was going to get something different from this book. And person might give the book 1 star, but somebody else might look at the book and say, do you know what? I like the fact that this book is actually forcing me to think and think of doing like my business in a different way. Do you understand? So yeah, I always look at reviews, especially the very bad reviews like 1 star and the very good reviews like 5 stars, and look at what is the why these people are giving reviews. But yeah, that's what I was just trying to say. Like, I would really love to review this book while I'm reading it, so that I don't forget all the things I want to say. Because if I wait to the end to review this book, I'll just go there and write it. The book was really nice, I enjoyed it, 4 stars, and I'll move on. You guys, I promise you that's what I'll do, because I remember very well, and I'm saying this because this was what I did for Yellow Face. Yellow Face. If you guys have read Yellow Face, the book Yellow Face, that book was so annoying. Ah, God, I was reading that book, yeah, and the thing about that book was that I was reading with a friend of mine, yeah. So for every part I read, whenever I talk to her, I'll be like, can you imagine? So this is what she said in the book. Why did she say this? Like, this doesn't even make any sense. Like, there's some things, Juniper, you are doing, and it's only, like, as a human being, I'm not going to do this rubbish that you're doing. Why are you doing this? Personally, I feel that these are things that I should have written down so that I put it as a review on Goodreads. But I promised you guys, when it was time for me to give my review on Goodreads about the book, I just wrote, yeah, this book was really nice, enjoyed it. Though there were some things Juniper did that were annoying, but yeah, I don't understand. Yeah, move on. And I gave it like, I think 3.5 or 4 stars. Then I thought about all the times that I had so many things to say, and I could have just written all these my thoughts down. And I would have used that to like give a very nice and detailed review to somebody that wants to read this book. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to be doing that. So I'm also going to be reading this book. You guys know I already said it that in as much as I love reading self-help books, like I love self-help books like crazy, yeah, I also love reading fiction. So this is my first fiction book of the year. So technically I'm reading 2 books at the same time, but one is more serious than the other. Do you understand? I also struggle with procrastination. I've learned a lot on this side. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, I'm so happy that you've learned something. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Yeah. Oh, that's so good. But anyways, back to the book that I was talking about. I am reading this A Court of Thorns and Roses. Something funny happened to me this week. Yeah, I started reading. Let me explain everything to you guys. Can you guys see that whatever over there? That's the A Court of Thorns and Roses series, the 5 books. So this and the remaining 4. What happened was that I was reading A Court of Silver Flames, and I kept up saying, I'm reading A Court of Thorns and Roses. I'm reading A Court of Thorns and Roses. And I did not have any idea that I was reading the 5th book in the series. So I think on day 2, when I was done with it, I found out that I was reading the 5th book. And in my head, I was like, now this makes sense. Because there were a lot of things happening in book 5 that I didn't understand. In my head, I was like, why is this happening? Who are these people? What is going on here? And I think I was feeling this way because I did not have the backstory. And the backstory, I could have gotten it from this. But now, I've started reading this and I'm remembering all the things I was reading in book 5. And I was like, oh, now that makes sense. It makes sense. So yeah, that is something awful that happened to me this week. I kept on shouting, I'm reading Akota, I'm reading Akota, while I was reading A Court of Silver Flames. And I've never started reading the first book. But yeah, I'm on page 58 of the first book. So I plan on reading this evening, to be fair. After this live session, I plan on going to go and read. And yeah, that's literally it. Oh no, that's not even just it. Hi, I just joined. Hello. Hi, thank you for joining. You guys, I just found a new TV show on BBC iPlayer. You guys, I love you. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. You guys, I just found a new TV show, and the name of the TV show is Traitors. Yeah, Traitors UK. You guys, Traitors UK. It is madness. I think what happened was that I saw a clip on TikTok, and this girl was like, Mina, you're mean for doing this. You know the way, the accent and everything. You're mean for doing this, because Mina was really crying when Cass was saying they voted Cass out, and Mina was really crying. And he was really insulting Mina, and I was like, why are you insulting Mina? Mina is really, really sad that Cass is obviously leaving. Why are you insulting her? Then I decided to watch the show, and I realized that Mina is a traitor. And she's one of the people that voted a faithful out. I say, Mina, really? Oh my goodness. If you guys have not seen Traitors UK, please go and watch it. Especially this season 3. I have not seen season 1. I have not seen season 2. I just saw a clip of that season 3 on TikTok, and I was like, no, I'm going to go and watch it. And the reason why I was really excited to watch it is because I play is it Among Us? I think it's Among Us, you guys. Among Us. The very first time I played Among Us, I think it's Among Us. Let me quickly Google this. Yes, it's Among Us. The very first time I played Among Us, my heart was beating. Like, see, you guys, my heart was beating. It was as if I could hear my heart beat. And I was playing this game with my friends. But my heart was beating because I was a traitor. No, I think the first time I played, I was not a traitor, but they killed me. The first time I became a traitor, my heart was beating. Didn't anything that happened. My husband called me immediately. He was like, you are the traitor. I said, how am I the traitor? And he was like, your heart is beating. I can hear it. Like the way you're breathing, it has changed. You are the traitor. And I was like, oh my goodness, they caught me. But it was crazy. Like it feels, if I was playing this game online and because I play it sometimes with like different people online and all of that. And I know how scared I am while playing this game online because one, I don't know if it's better to be a traitor or be a faithful, to be honest. But I don't want to be a traitor. But if I'm even a traitor, the idea of trying to kill someone, how will I kill someone? And if I'm a faithful, I'm running and hiding from everybody. Like, it's just crazy. Then imagine playing this game in real life with human beings. The fact that you have to, form connection with people, then lie to their faces that you are actually a faithful when you're a traitor. Personally, yeah, watching this show, I feel Mina should just win this show. At the end of the day, Mina should win this show because that girl she's marvelous. Like, her gameplay is wonderful. Like, out of all the traitors, she's the one that understands the assignments. She understands what she's supposed to do. My goodness. Oh. But yeah, that's what I was watching. Another series that I was watching is Lioness, you guys. When it comes to all this US military and all these things, that's like my best. Okay, apart from horror, because I actually really love horror. But apart from horror, the next one is all this US army military, all those things. Then the next one is all this Mexican cartel, all those, I hate romance. I mean, I like reading romance, but I don't really fancy watching it like that because it's just like it's annoying. But yeah, reading that's fine, but watching. So yeah, I'm watching Lioness. Another one I want to start is it Severance or something? I can't remember. It's an Apple TV show. Is it Severance? Yeah, it's Severance. I want to actually watch that one. That one is coming up. I want to start that one, but I don't know if I'm going to have time to start that one yet. But we'll figure it out. Well, for me, those are the 3 shows I'm watching currently. You guys should please go and watch Traitors UK. It is amazing. You guys are going to enjoy it. If you guys do, see, before you even watch it, go and download the game Among Us, yeah? When you download the game Among Us, try playing it. Then you will understand what I'm trying to say. The fear that you're going to feel when you're playing this game. It's crazy. Like, it is really, really crazy. I love your hair. Oh, thank you. Did you get it done? It's going. Oh, yeah. Well, to be fair, I did it myself. So, like, I went somewhere to do it. And I've had this hair for, like, almost a month now. So, but thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Now, so, yeah, apart from that, what am I going to do? What was I saying? I was talking about the fact that I was watching, like, Lioness. I'm watching Traitors UK. And I want to start Severance, but I don't know if I'm going to start Severance anytime soon. Oh, you guys, there's one more thing I have to say. There's one more thing. I can't stay here and not say this. Love Island All Stars UK is happening. I think it's starting next week. So just know that from next week like this. I said love. I didn't say love. Oh, I said Love Island All Stars 2025. Let me see. I think it's happening next week. It's starting next week. I can't really see. But yeah, I think it's starting next week. But what that means is that every time I come live in the evening, I'll be talking about the previous day Love Island. So you guys should just get ready for that because it's gonna be tea. And for Traitors, they only do it on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. So yeah, we'll see how that will go. I will most likely talk to you guys about the next time I watch Traitors, what has happened, what is not happening, and what is going on. But yeah, you guys should actually wish me luck for this week because I'm already seeing that this week is going to be somewhat stressful. But at the same time, it's going to be somewhat stressful. But at the same time, I feel like I am going to be able to achieve a lot, and it's going to lead me like closer to my goals and all of that. So yeah, let's just see how it goes. And am I going to go live tomorrow? because tomorrow I'm not going to be doing any meal prep. Maybe worst case, I'm going to be juicing tomorrow. That's worst case. No 100. I'm honestly. I'm 100% sure that I'm not going to be cooking anything tomorrow. I'm not going to be making any Nigerian meal, because the one I made last week is still remaining. I also cooked in the middle of the week. Then I also cooked yesterday too. So I have a lot of food that I've not eaten. So I'm obviously not going to go live tomorrow. But maybe when I am going live to maybe juice, that might happen. I might also read tomorrow, not 100% sure. But one thing I'm sure of is that I'm going to be going live twice tomorrow. So starting this week, this week is going to be my first time trying to go live twice for 7 days. Hopefully, by the special grace of God, I can actually commit to it, and I can actually do it. God willing, God giving me strength, I would, do it. And yeah, that will bring me to the end of today's live. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm honestly hoping that somebody out there gets one or two things from this, and you kind of implement that into your life, in the sense that you're going to maybe set your goals and maybe plan weekly, and if possible maybe read the book, the 12-year week, or 12-week year rather, because the book is really really good. And one thing I'm also really happy about in this life is that Joy has said that she struggles with procrastination and she has learned something from this life. That's, see, for me, yeah, if one person can learn something from whatever it is I'm saying, I'm honestly grateful and I'm honestly happy. Like, I can live with that. That's just it for me. I'm honestly happy. Just that if it's just one person out of 100, it feels that at least we're getting one person into our corner to make sure that this year 2025 is going to be the best. Another reason why I'm also very vocal about, setting goals and, making sure that you're very intentional about this year is because I know I wasted 2024. 2024 was the first year that I did not set any goals. And at the middle of the year, I was devastated. Like, I sat down, I thought, what have you actually achieved this year? Like, I asked myself a question, Chidima, what have you achieved this year? What did you set for yourself? What are you looking like? I mean, I've done a lot of things, but in my head, I'm like, I've looked at it as these are normal things. I could not say that, I had achieved something. And I was like, this was a big mistake. Trust me, if I had set a goal of maybe getting monetized on YouTube, or maybe getting a new job, for instance, or maybe saving a particular amount in my bank account, God knows that I would have worked towards those goals. And if at the end of the year those things didn't happen, I would think about it, try and figure out why didn't it happen. Oh, this strategy was not working. Maybe by the mid of the year, I'd have found out that, oh, this strategy is not working, try something else. But I did not do anything. And I just felt like 2024 was a wasted year for me. So I was like, I'm not going to repeat that same mistake in 2025. Do you understand? I'm not going to do that. Do you get? So yeah, that's just it for me. And I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you for joining, and I hope you guys have an amazing day and an amazing night. And tomorrow is the beginning of a new week, and this week is going to be blessed. This week is going to be good. We're all going to achieve great things this week. I pray for all of us this week that everything we set our hearts to do is going to come to pass, is going to happen for us. And have an amazing night, have an amazing day. God bless you guys, and I will see you all tomorrow. I love this, and I learned how to set my goals. Oh, thank God. All right, Joy, thank you so much for joining. I really do appreciate. And good night. Bye.